Welcome to 1337. Welcome to the future.
Welcome to 1337, the future of podcasts on the human element. I'm Max, your guide to understanding human behavior.
And I'm Sophia, here to explore the depths of the human psyche with you.
All right, looks like you've sent us on a quest of our own here with this stack of Greek myths. Someone's been brushing up on their gods and monsters.
Definitely. And what's so fascinating is how these ancient stories, as fantastical as they are, still resonate with us today. It's like they're tapping into something really fundamental about the human experience.
Okay, let's unpack this. We've got Theseus, Jason, King Midas, Heracles, Arachne, the Muses. Where do we even begin?
Well, we could start by looking at some of the common threads that run through all these myths. For example, the idea of a hero's journey, facing challenges and ultimately transforming through their experiences.
Right, like Theseus, choosing to face the Minotaur in the labyrinth. He could have taken the safe route, but instead he dives headfirst into danger.
Exactly. And that choice speaks volumes about human nature. It's not just about bravery. It's about the desire for recognition, the need to prove oneself, even the thrill of risk-taking. Think about entrepreneurs who risk everything to launch a startup, or athletes pushing their limits in extreme sports. There's a parallel there, wouldn't you say?
Totally. It's like that drive to go beyond the comfortable, the familiar, to achieve something truly extraordinary. And speaking of extraordinary, what about the role of fate in these stories? It seems like so many characters are trying to wrestle with their destinies, like they're caught between free will and a predetermined path.
That's a classic struggle, isn't it? The tension between choice and destiny. Take Oedipus, for example. He tries to outrun a prophecy only to fulfill it in the most tragic way imaginable. It's a stark reminder that sometimes our attempts to control fate only lead us closer to it.
It's almost like the harder you try to swim against the current, the more you get swept away. But then you have characters like Jason, who assembles this team of heroes, the Argonauts, to go after the Golden Fleece. They're actively shaping their destiny, right?
Absolutely. The Argonauts exemplify teamwork and resilience. But it also raises questions about ambition and the lengths we'll go to achieve our goals. I mean, the Golden Fleece represents ultimate power and kingship, but it also comes with a pretty hefty price tag. Just think about the cutthroat world of business or politics. The pursuit of power can be alluring, but it often demands, well, sacrifices.
And let's not forget those sirens, tempting the Argonauts with their enchanting songs. It's like a metaphor for the distractions and temptations we all face in life.
Exactly. And the way they deal with the sirens is fascinating too. Odysseus ties himself to the mast, relying on pure willpower, while Jason uses Orpheus's music to drown out the siren's call. It's like two different strategies for resisting temptation. One is about restraint, the other about finding something even more compelling to focus on.
It makes you wonder, what's your go-to strategy for dealing with those siren songs in your own life? Do you tie yourself to the mast, so to speak, or find a more positive distraction?
Well, I try to focus on my long-term goals and values. It's like having a personal compass that guides me through those, choppy waters. But let's face it, we all slip up sometimes. Nobody's immune to the siren's call.
So true. And speaking of slipping up, let's talk about King Midas. Talked about a case of be careful what you wish for. He gets everything he touches turning to gold, but it backfires spectacularly.
Midas' story is a classic cautionary tale about the unintended consequences of our desires. It's not just about greed, it's about the psychological trap of hedonic adaptation. We think getting what we want will make us happy, but often that happiness is fleeting. We adapt, and then we're off chasing the next shiny object.
It's like that saying, the grass is always greener. But once you get to the other side, you realize it's just, grass. And sometimes it's even brown and patchy. But hey, at least Midas didn't get turned into a spider, right? Poor Arachne. She challenged a goddess to a weaving contest. Talk about overconfidence.
Arachne's myth is a powerful exploration of pride and the need for recognition. Her talent is undeniable, but her hubris leads to her downfall. It's a reminder that while ambition can be a driving force, it needs to be tempered with humility and respect.
Right. Like, maybe don't challenge a goddess to a talent show unless you're absolutely sure you can win. But on the flip side, her story also speaks to the importance of valuing artistry and craftsmanship.
Absolutely. And speaking of art, let's talk about the muses. Each one inspires a different form of creativity, from music and poetry to dance and astronomy.
It makes you think about where your own inspiration comes from, right?
Right.
Is it a person, a place, an idea? What sparks that creative fire within you, and how do you nurture it?
That's a great question to ponder. The Muses remind us that inspiration can come from unexpected places, from nature, love, even heartbreak. And they highlight the interconnectedness of the arts, how each form enriches the others. It's interesting that you mentioned the interconnectedness of the arts because it makes me think about how these myths themselves are woven into the fabric of our culture, like they pop up everywhere in literature, music, art, even everyday language. We talk about having a Herculean task or facing a Sisyphean struggle.
It's like these ancient stories are embedded in our collective DNA. Even if we don't consciously realize it, they're shaping the way we see the world, the way we tell stories, even the way we understand ourselves.
Absolutely. And that brings us to another fascinating aspect of Greek mythology. The gods themselves, like they're not these perfect, all-knowing beings. They're flawed. They make mistakes. They're driven by passions and jealousies, just like us.
Right. Like Zeus is supposed to be the king of the gods, but he's kind of a mess. He's constantly getting into trouble with his, shall we say, extracurricular activities. And Hera, well, she's not exactly known for her chill demeanor. She's got that whole wrath of a scorned woman thing going on.
Exactly. It's like the ancient Greeks were saying, hey, even the gods aren't immune to human foibles. And that makes them all more relatable, wouldn't you say?
Totally. It's like even with all their power, they're still messing things up, just on a grander scale. Which makes you wonder, what would the gods of today be like? Would they be battling it out on Twitter, throwing shade instead of lightning bolts?
Now that's a thought-provoking question. Imagine Zeus trying to craft the perfect Instagram post, or Hera launching a scathing takedown of her latest rival in a viral TikTok. It's almost too good to imagine.
Right. It's like, are our modern day celebrities and influencers filling those archetypal roles? Are they our new gods and goddesses with their followers and their dramas? Something to ponder for sure. But speaking of archetypes, another theme that keeps popping up in these myths is transformation. Like, Arachne gets turned into a spider. Midas's touch turns everything to gold. Even poor Narcissus gets stuck staring at his own reflection until he withers away.
Transformation is a huge theme. It speaks to the potential for change, both positive and negative. It's a reminder that we're not fixed, that we can evolve for better or worse based on our choices and experiences.
And the gods are constantly using transformation as a weapon, a punishment, or even a twisted form of entertainment.
It's like they're playing with human lives like pieces on a cosmic chessboard, which I guess is a pretty accurate reflection of how the ancient Greeks viewed the relationship between gods and mortals. But it also makes you think about the stories we tell ourselves today. What are our modern day myths, and what do they reveal about our values and fears?
That's a great question. I mean, we're still drawn to stories about heroes and villains, about good versus evil, about overcoming adversity. But our narratives have also become more complex, reflecting the nuances of our modern world.
We're obsessed with anti-heroes, flawed protagonists, and stories that blur the lines between right and wrong.
Exactly. We're less interested in clear-cut morality tales and more drawn to narratives that explore the gray areas of human experience. But how do you think these ancient myths can inform our understanding of ourselves today? I mean, they're thousands of years old. Are they still relevant?
Absolutely. They're like these ancient psychological blueprints offering insights into the enduring patterns of human behavior. They remind us that despite all the technological advancements and societal shifts, we're still grappling with the same fundamental questions about love, loss, ambition, and the meaning of life.
It's like, even though we don't believe in Zeus and Hera anymore, we still see their archetypes reflected in our leaders, celebrities, and even in our own relationships.
Precisely. It's like these myths are woven into the fabric of our collective consciousness, shaping our perceptions of the world and influencing our actions, even if we're not consciously aware of it. But, it's not all doom and gloom and power struggles. There's a playful, even humorous side to Greek mythology, wouldn't you say?
Totally. Like some of these stories are downright wacky. A guy gets turned into a stag and then eaten by his own hunting dogs. Come on, that's messed up, but also kind of hilarious in a morbid way.
It's like the ancient Greeks were saying, look, life is tough, fate can be cruel, but we might as well find some dark humor in it all.
And maybe that's part of the reason why these stories have endured for so long. They're not just cautionary tales. They're also reminders to not take ourselves too seriously, to find the absurdity, the irony, the humor in the human experience.
Exactly. It's about finding that balance between grappling with the big questions and finding moments of levity along the way.
Right.
And speaking of big questions, we haven't even touched on Heracles and his 12 labors. That's a whole other deep dive waiting to happen.
Okay, so we've talked about heroes facing impossible odds and gods behaving badly and mortals wrestling with their fates. But there's one more myth you send us that I think really kind of pulls all these threads together. The story of Heracles and his 12 labors.
Heracles is so fascinating because he's not your typical hero. He's incredibly strong, sure, but he's also deeply flawed. He's driven by rage, prone to violence, and haunted by guilt.
Right? He's not exactly Opie poster boy for emotional intelligence. In fact, he commits some pretty horrific acts like accidentally killing his own family.
Exactly. And that's where the 12 labors come in. They're not just tests of strength. They're acts of atonement. He's trying to cleanse himself of the guilt and trauma of his past.
It's like he's carrying this immense weight, both literally and figuratively. Each labor is a way to kind of chip away at that burden to find some measure of redemption.
And the labors themselves are incredibly symbolic. He slays monsters, captures these elusive creatures, even cleans those notoriously filthy Augean stables. It's like he's confronting all these different aspects of his own inner darkness, his own shadow self.
It makes you think about the challenges we face in our own lives. Are there labors we need to undertake to confront our own demons to find healing and growth? It doesn't have to be slaying a hydra, of course, but maybe it's facing a fear, breaking a bad habit, or making amends for a past mistake.
Exactly. Heracles' journey is a reminder that even the most flawed among us can find redemption, that even after great suffering, there's always a possibility for transformation.
And that transformation doesn't come easy. Each labor pushes him to his limits. Physically and mentally, he faces setbacks, makes mistakes, even gets help from others along the way. It's not a solo journey. It's a testament to the power of resilience and resourcefulness. And
ultimately, Heracles' story is about finding a way to live with the consequences of our actions, to find meaning in the midst of suffering, and to strive for a better version of ourselves. It's a powerful message, even thousands of years later.
Absolutely. It's a reminder that the human experience is full of contradictions. Strength and weakness, darkness and light, destruction and creation. We're all capable of great things, but we also have the potential to make terrible mistakes.
And it's through acknowledging those complexities, confronting our shadows, and embracing the journey of transformation that we can truly grow and evolve as individuals.
Wow, what a journey this has been. We've explored labyrinths, sailed with heroes, even bargained with gods. It's amazing how these ancient myths can still resonate so deeply with us today.
It's a testament to their enduring power, isn't it? They offer us a glimpse into the human heart, its desires, its fears, its capacity for both good and evil. And perhaps by understanding these ancient patterns, we can gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world we inhabit.
So if you're feeling inspired to embark on your own mythical adventure, I encourage you to delve deeper into the world of Greek mythology. There's a treasure trove of wisdom and wonder waiting to be discovered.
And if you want to keep exploring fascinating topics like this one, be sure to visit 1337podcast.com for more deep dives.
Strength and honor. I'm Spartacus.
Thank you, and see you next time.
Thanks for watching. Tap into 1337podcast.com.